All right, so we are looking at the Newton's third law of motion. The Newton's third law of motion states that action and reaction are equal and opposite, or you could also state it as for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So what does that really mean? So if you have a ball like this, if you have a ball like this, A, and then you have another ball B. Now, let's say that A is exerting a force on B, FA, and then B is also exerting a force on A, FB. Now, what that means is that when these two collide with each other, boom, what happens is that A exerts a force of FA on B and B exerts a force of FB on A. And what they are saying is that both forces are the same. So the force at which they hit themselves is actually the same. That means they're saying that FA is the same as FB. But FB has to be opposite to FA. So that's why there's going to be a minus on FB. So this is what they mean. So they are opposite to each other, but they are the same. So they are equal, but they are opposite. So how does this in application, how does this apply? So when you hit your head on the wall, for example, now the force your head is acting on is exacting on the wall. At the same time, the wall is also exerting a force on your head. Let me say that again. When you hit your head on the wall, your head is exerting a force on the wall, as well as the wall is exerting a force on your head. So that is why the force that the wall is exerting on your head, that's why you feel the pain. And your wall also feels the pain if the wall were to be a human. Or if two humans hit their heads on themselves, now they're going to feel the same amount of pain. Okay, good. Or if you use your fist to hit the wall exerts a force on your fist, and your fist is exerting a force on the wall. So, and they are equal, but they are in opposite direction. All right, so that's the explanation to actually third law of motion, and that applies to different things. Let's say your balloon, for instance, your balloon. Okay, I'm very poor in drawing actually, so don't mind me. Let me draw that again. I'm kind of poor in drawing. Okay. Right, so when we do this as a kid, we inflate the balloon with our breath, then we now release the balloon at the tip. So what happens is that air begins to flow out from the tip. Air begins to flow out from the tip, and as air flows out from the mouth of the balloon, what happens? The balloon goes up. So if we release the balloon just goes psss. What happens until the air inside the balloon is exhausted before the balloon stops? So that means you can see that this is creating opposite. This is a force coming out from the balloon, and it's creating another force opposite to it. They are opposite direction, and this is the principle at which the rocket science is built on. Rocket science is built on this principle of Newton's third law of motion.